Hey viewers, welcome to our channel Uflyer, your one-stop channel for all kinds of IELTS material and general English. Today we are going to speak about fillers in the speaking module. It has been observed that a lot of aspirants end up scoring less because of overusage of fillers. Hence, let's take a deep dive into understanding what are fillers and how to avoid them while speaking or use them wisely. For those who are new to our channel and those who had not subscribed our channel, click the subscribe button and press the bell icon so that you never miss an update. So without any further delay, let's begin. What are fillers? Fillers are words or phrases that are used to fill the silence while speaking. These words don't add any real value or meaning to the sentence, but they simply keep one going while they come up with the rest of your sentence. Although these little words don't add any meaning to our statements, they do perform a function in a speech by allowing us to take a second and think about what we are going to say next. They let others realize that we are not quite finished speaking yet, even if we pause for a moment. The actual name for these kinds of words is discourse markers, but they are much more commonly known as filler words. Some of the common filler words in English are like, okay, right, and you know. Moreover, we also have some commonly used filler sounds like oh, ah, etc. Few commonly used fillers are as: Number 1. The word basically. It is a filler word that appears both in speech and writing for exaggerating the effect of a statement. Sometimes basically is an important qualifier, but often it's clear from the context that we are not making a claim of absolute truth. Let's understand it with an example. Basically, I could eat ice cream for any meal. Number 2. Words like very, really, greatly or highly. We reach for adverbs to add intensity or emphasize, but the truth is that these words are so overused that has been included in fillers. For example, very good, very happy, very tired, very busy, and many more. Here, due to repeated usage, the word very is taken as a filler. Number 3. The filler phrase, I mean. I mean is used to clarify or emphasize how you feel about something. Example: I mean, he's a great guy, I'm just not sure if he's a good doctor. Number 4. The filler sentence, you know what I mean. You know what I mean is used to make sure the listener is following what you're saying. Example: I really like that girl, you know what I mean. Number 5. Believe me. Believe me is a way of asking your listener to trust what you're saying. Example: Believe me, I didn't want this tiny house, but it was the only one I could afford. It's also used to emphasize what you're about to say. Believe me, this is the cheapest and tiniest house ever. Number 6. I guess or I suppose. I guess and I suppose are used to show that you're hesitant or not really sure about what you're saying. Example: He failed twice, I guess he might be working hard to pass this time. Number 7. Words like okay or right and sounds like and right and are all affirmative responses. They all mean a yes as a response. Example: Right, so let's prepare a list of all the things we will need. That's exactly what he told me too. Using fillers correctly. Overusing filler words, using too many, too often, can make you sound 1. Unprofessional. 2. Even worse, it can make it difficult to follow your sentences. So do use filler words when you speak, but don't use them too much. Despite being meaningless, these filler words are useful to the new learner of the language. They can be a very helpful way to speak more fluently and confidently. Still, it's a good idea to use as few filler words as possible in interviews and professional settings. In other words, Excessive use of filler words makes you a less effective speaker. Also, these words in our speech can make us appear less articulate and thoughtful, lowering our credibility as a public speaker. Moreover, our audience might find it hard to follow our thoughts if we keep breaking up the speech with filler words. How to avoid fillers? The good news is that one can easily turn this weakness into a strength by replacing fillers with pauses. Despite how they may feel at first, well-placed pauses make you sound calm and collected, and they help in these following ways. 1. Collect your thoughts. If you lose your train of thought, a pause gives you time to get back on track. As long as the pause isn't too long, no more than 5 seconds, the audience won't hold it against you. 2. Calm your nerves. Taking a pause before starting a speech is especially important for people with a fear of public speaking, as it helps calm nerves. The tactic is useful in the middle of a speech as well. If you find yourself getting flustered, pause briefly to take a deep breath, as long as it's not audible or obvious, and reset. 3. Build suspense. Pauses aren't always a defensive tactic. Strategically placed silence can build suspense, emphasize a point, or give the audience time to absorb a key insight. 4. Be slow and clear. Slowing down your speech is an effective way to lessen your fillers. When we talk too fast, it can be difficult for our speech to catch up with the thoughts, thus increasing the filler words. In other words, speaking slowly articulates our thoughts and also improves our pronunciation and intonation, allowing us to emphasize important words and phrases. Moreover, it helps the audience to qualitatively retain information. 5. Embrace the pause. Eliminate your crutch words by incorporating strategic pauses in your speech. These filled pauses not only lessen our ums and ahs, but they also serve various purposes. One can also use strategic pauses to add dramatic impact to a sentence, giving the audience time to absorb an idea or to transition to a new concept. 6. Prepare your speech. Preparing our speech can help us get over the nervousness and make us feel more confident. Moreover, practicing also helps us become more comfortable with the speech, thus preventing us from stuttering and overusing verbal fillers. 7. Record yourself. Filming or recording yourself while practicing your speech allows you to catch all those instances. Once you have identified the parts in your speech where you tend to say or like more often, you can think of a way to avoid them. For example, many people subconsciously say like when they are about to expound on an idea. You can catch that mistake when you watch your recording, then you can avoid it by saying I mean or this means instead. Now let's conclude. 1. Fillers cut into your credibility. 2. They make you sound unsure, but a pause or a tiny break in your speaking isn't awkward unless you make it that way. So instead of using filler sounds, pause and take a break. 3. The easiest way to reduce fillers is to work on removing them from your everyday speech patterns. 4. Record yourself speaking at a meeting or leaving a voicemail message. 5. Practice reducing your fillers in low-pressure situations, so it'll be easier for you when you're on the big stage. 6. Although it is normal to use fillers to show natural speaking, it can make it hard for the opposite speaker to get the point if the fillers are used too often. I hope you found this video useful. Now you can effectively implement avoiding fillers in every sentence you speak. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more informative videos like this.